Welcome to Brunch with Brian. Good morning, everybody. Let's have a nice brunch together. It's time for Brunch with Brian. Dee-to-do. I should have a theme song, right? We should play a little theme song. I'll have to find a nice theme song to make you happy, a nice little tune. Music is great. I should talk about music more. Music, I talk about the things that can be mood-altering, positive mood-altering things. And one of the things I talk about is music. And we should all have our top 5 mood-altering positive songs on our phone, where we can just press a button at any time and put a little happy song in our heart. So we always like to be happy, and the easiest way to do that, which we can do at any second, is smiling. That's something that we can, all of us, do at any time, at any place, at any moment, is we can always smile. So we always start our day or continue with a smile for 30 seconds. So put a smile on your face, big smile. Everybody start our day, continue our day with a smile. Happy day. So today is April 30th. For you history buffs, this isn't the happiest thought of the world, or maybe it is happy. It's the day Hitler killed himself. So kind of a big day in history. Who knows what year that was? So for you history buffs, it's not a very tough quiz question for anybody who knows history. But if you want to chime in on that, that's your quiz question for today, you history buffs. What year did that happen? Hitler ending it all. Okay, so let's do a complete juxtaposition on that. I always talk about jokes, and every once in a while I like to do jokes. I wonder if we should do jokes of the day after our breathing, right? Let's do our breathing. So we always start with our smile, and always put your smile on your face when you feel like you really need it, when you need it the most, and when you feel like you can't hang in there, and when you feel like, oh, I just feel like I'm pasting this smile on. Well, that's when you need to paste it on there and keep it pasted on until you feel it actually taking hold. And then it does take hold, okay? Okay, 3 deep breaths and keep the smile going. Okay, ready? Deep in, usually through your nose. And hold it a sec and release it. When you release it, let all that tension out, loosen up your body. Okay, another deep breath in. Deep as you can. And then a couple little more deep breaths. Hold it a second and let it all out. Okay, one more deep breath in. Real deep, and hold it a second. Let it all. Okay, do your shoulder rolls. Nice, relax those shoulders. If you've been sitting at a computer, if you're in the Eastern time zone, you may have been already at your computer all morning. So you might be all tense, your shoulders, your neck might be tense already. So do your shoulders, get those pops, get that little pain out, those little tweaks and aches and pains in your joints. Get that out. Do your fingers. Remember we talked about your fingers yesterday. Keep your fingers loose, loosen yourself up. Okay, just do a little bit of stretching. You can do your little moving around. I always tell you to have your little track, have your little movement track wherever you are. And you can do that now. I want you to, get up. It seems kind of silly sometimes, just a couple of times around the office or around the kitchen, around the living room somewhere. That gets you a little bit active, 3-4 times around with some pace. That'll get your heart rate up. Look at your heart rate. I recommend having an iWatch where you can check your heart rate. That's a big positive, I think. Keeps you in track of your physical body, and I think that's a good thing. I'm going to give you a couple of tips here that just miscellaneous tips I wanted to throw in today. No big stories, no big quotes. I'm going to give you a reading tomorrow that I think is important. I'm bringing a book in tomorrow that I'm going to do a reading from for a formal Dining Room Friday. For you guys who remember that. I know some of you guys have been calling about our session that we had together on Tuesday, a couple days ago. about our what to say and what to do system and being a transaction engineer, and you had some questions about that, you can still call Dashiell on that at 888-RICH-NOW. You know, that's our phone number. That's the office number. Usually you get our son Dashiell, who works with us and has worked with us his whole life, basically. So call Dashiell. Feel free to call Dashiell with any questions about that. We have a really incredible deal on our upgrade. So if you do not that special code where you can punch in and watch all the what to say videos that you have and all the videos of Ron LeGrand and us doing the real estate investing business on your phone, and have access to those at any time, anywhere, and have all the new videos and all the new, everything new. If you got the what to say and what to do system more than about a year ago, we have an incredible plethora of new videos and new training in there. And including, we're just loading up a whole bunch of new deal meeting videos that we just recently filmed in our brand new house. So you guys be looking for that. That's coming within the next 2 days or so, by the weekend. So everybody who just got the new package, it's all new coming out within the next couple days. So be on the lookout for that. That's incredible new deal meeting material that I want all of you guys to be viewing right now, and includes a bunch of talking about the new virtual world. So there's a lot of new material in there with the COVID. So guys, if you do not have that, like I said, call Dashiell at 888-RICH-NOW, or you can send them an email, Dashiell, Dashel, at thewolffcouple.com. So get on board with that. We're slashing that in half. Our normal upgrade is $497, and we're cutting that price in half if you get it now. Just this week, this was a special offer that we did for everybody who got it in the past, and we're doing a special offer because of everybody's at home, and with everything going on in the world, we thought we'd do this special offer. And if you guys actually don't have our what to say and what to do, that's really the core system for doing real estate investing. It covers the 7 types of real estate deals, so you're completely covered. It's a comprehensive with Ron LeGrand and us teaching you and actually showing you videos of everything you'll ever say to every kind of seller and every kind of buyer, and all the checklists and everything of doing the business. So it's a comprehensive view of real estate investing, every kind of deal. So that's, if you don't have that, or if you need the upgrade, 888-RICH-NOW, call Dashiell. We went over this on Tuesday. You can go back. It's on YouTube and it's on Facebook Live. You can go back in the stream and watch that presentation. It's about an hour, 10 minutes, or hour 15, something like that. So you can go back and actually view that. If you missed it or missed part of it, go back and look at it, and we go over what. I'm gonna give you a health note, guys, because I just watched this again on TV, and there's a doctor, and there's some really good things happening now. Dr. Fauci, who we all kind of know, or most of us, if we've been watching TV, did talk about a new drug that's been discovered that actually lowers the fatality statistics and helps people get better faster from 15 days down to 11 days, and has shown very promising signs in lessening the ability for the COVID virus to replicate. So really positive statistics. And Fauci actually had worked on HIV/AIDS like 34 years ago, and this was a very promising turn, just like when they found AZT back then, and had a very development in the treatment of AIDS. So this is already a very positive development in the treatment of COVID. So now this isn't a vaccine, it isn't a preventative measure, but this, if you haven't heard about this, it was a very positive measure in the treatment of this new coronavirus. They call it a novel, meaning new. So if you hear novel coronavirus, it means it's a new one. And another, there was another promising development in the vaccine front. There was the people in England, in Oxford, they were already working on a vaccine for this MERS coronavirus that was similar to this, and they just kind of transferred their research over so they could move over into stage 3 trials very quickly. So that's very promising on the vaccine front, where okay, everybody's really crossing their fingers on this, but they're thinking that they may, boy, I sure don't want to build people's hopes up, but they may think they might have some kind of a vaccine, a functional vaccine. I heard something as early as September. Now, when they say September, that doesn't mean it's going to be deliverable worldwide until maybe like, even by the end of the year, but something that might actually work on animals and people by that early, then maybe, widely deliverable by, much later, but something that might actually work on people by this year. So that would be miraculous, because normally it takes 12 to 18 months to develop. So news on all those fronts, lots of really good medical news. So that's great, guys. We have lots to stay positive about. So if you haven't heard that, I wanted to bring you some good news. And, just another little help tip that this doctor also had shared. If you guys haven't heard this, just make sure it's kind of gross, but always cover your toilet seat when you flush. Okay, he had said this, and don't use public toilets. When they do open restaurants and that up again, the reporter had said to this doctor, he said, okay, so if you do go, you start using restaurants, because they're starting to open restaurants. Guys, if you live in Georgia or Texas or some of these states, they're opening restaurants again. So you may go to a restaurant again. And he said, well, if we do go to restaurants, what should we do? He said, bring your own straw, bring your own silverware, even bring your own cup maybe, or wipe these things down. Okay, this is the doctor telling us to do these things, if you're going to go do these things, be as careful as you can, and don't use the bathroom. He said that, that I don't want to get gross now, but that fecal matter, and that has the COVID on it. And when people flush, this plume goes up. If you don't cover your toilet, and even at home, guys, a plume goes up of gross stuff. So cover your toilet at home. I hate to get this, but cover your toilet at home when you flush. If you do number 2, number 1, it goes up too. There's still this plume that goes shooting up in the air. So I always say cover the toilet when you flush, but especially number 2. And number 2 is not getting covered out in the public restrooms. So don't even use public restrooms, is what this doctor said. So there could be COVID floating around in those public restrooms. So don't use those, he says, and really, he said he thinks the new normal is going to be everybody's going to bring their own silverware, and there's a lot of other things, guys, masks and stuff, but everybody has their own comfort level. So as you're going out, and as things open up, guys, and you're venturing out into this new, more open world, just really be careful, because I don't want you guys getting sick. And there's going to be people that do go out into the new world and get sick, and I sure don't want it to be you. So be careful, take care of yourself, and just follow the most extreme guidance. I just don't want you to get sick. Who wants to get sick? So be careful if you're going to go out and do stuff. Take care of yourself. And now later on today, guys, we have, of course, our Thursday Live. Now, we used to just call it Facebook Live with the Wolves, because we were just going out on Facebook Live. But now, of course, we go out on many different platforms, myriad platforms, like 6 or 7 platforms. So get live with us today, where Lynette always joins us. So it's not just Brunch with Brian. So we're live with the Wolves, and that'll be at 4 p.m. today, Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll plan something fun for you guys. We'll see if we can get out somewhere. We'll try to be outside. I would love to get outside. We'll switch up the camera. We'll have the one that can show us outside a little bit better. And except it's really hot. Guys, it's crazy hot here in Arizona. We're experiencing a heat wave, as they are in California. Some of our weather comes in from California, off the West Coast here. And it's gotten up. Yesterday was 103. So it's getting over 100 here already. It's about 15 degrees hotter than normal. So maybe we won't be outside. But we will be here for sure in one spot, guys, in about 7.5 hours, and 7 hours and 15 minutes. We'll love to see you. And don't forget, we'll bring you some fun training and some fun, and we'll have Lynette with us. So guys, great to see you on Brunch with Brian. This has been a really good miscellaneous session today. Lots of great info today, lots of good stuff. And I just love spending time with you guys. So we will see you in a little bit on our Thursday live with the Wolff couple, but that's been Brunch with Brian for today.